up? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get to it. Shout out to my sponsor, in case you didn't know, at sicydk.blog. Check them out on all mobile devices in the World Wide Web. GLOrilla, GLOrilla, GLOrilla. So welcome to the music industry, sis. A lot of things have now been going on with GLOrilla, and a lot of things are coming out. She is now, I guess, beefing, whatever, with Hit Boy. That was the producer on the song FNF. It's also been revealed that Saweetie bought outfits and wigs for GLOrilla and all her crew, only to be removed from the song. Take a listen to GLOrilla, and then we're going to come back and talk about some other things about this contract.
We went to the store because Saweetie said she buying all. She was like, I'm buying all y'all wigs, anything y'all want. I was still broke at the time, so the Balenciaga outfit I first had on when I posted and it popped out, Saweetie bought all this shit for all of us. She bought our wigs. Our wigs were like $3,000, $4,000. Saweetie, no, okay, so this what happened before she bought them. We went to the wig store, him and his wife, and they like, y'all can only get 3 wigs. These too high. Y'all can't get all this. So they picked who the fuck gonna have the 3 wigs. They said Glo get a wig and 2 other girls, Gloss and Eliza. And they were like, Teaser don't need a wig because she ain't really want to hear. Well, this for the Set the Tone girls.
Yeah.
Slime got her own real hair, so she don't need a wig. On some shit like this, so bam. We getting ready and shit. They had got mad. I ain't gonna lie. She was in there talking shit, like on some attitude shit. Hey, what's up, Jared? Jared, I ain't talking about no legal shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just other shit. So
This shit threw your ass out.
you better come knock on these doors. It's making me get out loud.
Now, Hit Boy also had some things to say about he and GLOrilla's legal issues, an original deal. And then we're going to come back and get GLOrilla's. You're going to hear GLOrilla's side of it after that.
That was the point. Going over about the $50,000. I could have went about it a better way. I had signed the song over to Black Noise probably like 2 days, maybe the day before we left to Miami, and we went to LA. So I did a distribution deal over the song, over the project, because FNF, she did the song for me for an album that I was working on some separate stuff. Then I thought about it. We was trying to already do an album together, me and the girls, in which we already agreed. All the girls agreed. So I was like, you know what? Since Glo is on the song, I might well take this song and put it with the project to do the whole album together, because it makes sense. Because it was moving pretty well. But at the time, I feel like I had needed some more power behind it. So that's what I did. I went ahead and did the distribution deal. And it was a $50,000. We had like some meetings, or I feel like it might have been a misunderstanding between me and her. I would go to her room and be like, "Hey, look, I messed up about this," because I'm learning, and we'll sit there and talk about it. I'm like, "Hey, look, I messed up saying this. I really shouldn't have said this because I just not learned." Like, because they taking what I'm saying and turning into some whole other industry mess, and I'm like, bro, I ain't really feeling this. And I could tell she thought I was trying to like backdoor her, but I explained that I did a distribution deal for the album, which FNF is on, and the album was with all the girls. So it was sad. If I was her, I'm like, yeah, this nigga sounded sketchy. But I was trying to word it to it wasn't sketchy, but I was trying to word it to make sure she understood and that her manager understood. But I was like, bro, we gotta be on the same page, because at first when we went out to LA, we went out on the same page. So people were taking it.
So Hit Boy explained his side of the situation, and GLOrilla, didn't really take too keen to his words, and she came back and gave her side of it.
This nigga signed the song over the second day it came out for $50,000. Originally, everybody was trying to me a good deal. So he went on YouTube. He was like, this song already signed under somebody. I said, what? He was like, I'm gonna talk to you. The fuck you mean you finna talk to me like? So I get back. He tell me, this nigga signed the song over the second day it came out for 50,000.
Without discussing this shit with nobody.
He didn't tell me nothing. Like, we was going to label meetings together, man. Me and he went to like 2-3 label meetings together. And we talking about the shit. He ain't saying not one time that he signed the song already. He was just saying, I got something going too. I got something in the works for us. But he signed the song the next day. Like, 50K, you didn't even let the motherfucker do what the fuck you supposed to do.
Trying to keep that shit a secret because you did some stupid ass shit.
Yeah, so bam. He signed the song for 50K. I found out. He didn't never tell me. I found out because I went to a label meeting. And they were it was a label meeting in LA. A label in LA, they were trying to sign me. And they looked up all the shit and they were like, the song got already signed. So, honestly, a lot of people were trying to sign me to sign FNF under their label. Like, they wanted to own FNF. I couldn't sign to a lot of people because the people wanted the song. After they found out I didn't own the song, they'll be like, it's a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll be like, little to the rest of your music. They didn't really believe in me. Like, they wanted FNF. They really ain't care to hear my other music. So, bam. We at the hotel. He come to my room trying to explain, sounding slow and shit. Like I said, I ain't even trying to bag shit, kid. He just fucked himself off and trying to blame me for the shit. So, bam. What the fuck happened? Okay, so we in the hotel room in LA. And I'm mad as hell at this point. Because I'm like, damn, you went behind my back and signed the song. And you in all these label meetings with me knowing, I already signed the song. And you knowing everybody. Everybody want, like I said, they want to sign the song. Because they like, we can sign her. I'm talking about good ass deals. But just off the fact, I'm telling him if I sign y'all, you know what I'm saying, I want him to come with me. I'm saying that the whole time. And then another thing he kept saying, I can't remember exactly what it was about. But he ended up saying, if they want you, they going to have to pay me. I forgot what amount he said. He just said between 100K or 500K. They're going to have to pay me for this song. He got the same thing after he kept saying labels called me. So I'm like, he on some other. So he's saying I use CMG lawyers. My lawyer is not a CMG lawyer. He was trying to get me to use his lawyer, though. He was like, use my lawyer. No, I'm not using your lawyer, you man, because I'm not using your lawyer. I used another lawyer, and he not CMG lawyer. He wrote that bar. He just said, say it again at the end.
Here's an article from Kadeem Phillips on his Facebook. He said, let me address this from the business side, because I see a lot of confusion. End of the day, Anthony Holmes did great business. He gave up 50% of the masters and 50% of the publishing for FNF directly to GLOw. We actually did everything to protect GLOw from the industry and herself. Honestly, GLOw independently collects the money for FNF. It's all hers and just doesn't own the song and never will. We actually saved her from losing millions, and GLOw was able to do a deal without having to sell it in herself. Honestly, GLOw independently collects them. Okay, I said down, GLOw was able to get a deal without having to sell her independent record. FMF was created to help all the girls, not for CMG. Just like Tony doesn't own Tomorrow or Blessed, GLOw doesn't own FMF since Hit Kid put the song out, which was always the plan. GLOw and Hit Kid get 50% split evenly of all money brought on FMF. Unfortunately, CMG froze all the money, even GLOW's money, in their latest claim. Let's see. CMG, luckily Hit Kid still owns the song. All right. FMS put every song Hit Kid put out until we switched to using the budget that we have for an album, not FMF, which was used to make sure the girls was good. This is what happens when you open doors for people to build. All right, so basically, to let someone switch to using the budget that we have for an album, not FMF, which was used to make sure the girls was good. This is what happens when you open doors for people. They build a house with you to let someone else live in it. But this won't stop us from doing great business and creating a pipeline for successful for Memphis. This will definitely get handled, and was a pathetic way for a black man from Memphis to attack another black man from Memphis over a song he wasn't around to even help create. End of the day, we making this public. So I guess he's speaking about Gotti. All right, so he's saying that they did good business. 50% of it went to GLOrilla, 50%, and so 50% of publishing to that other company. GLOrilla is speaking from her label standpoint, and I guess from the Gotti standpoint, who actually signed GLOrilla. So it seems like there's a lot of confusion, and this happens a lot when you're trying to bring on a movement, as opposed to one person coming in the door, getting put. Because I'm gonna assume that GLOrilla was a part of a clique, and they just liked her, right? So that's what it looks like happened. And then by signing her, like just signing like the whole team, like to start this movement. However, you need to just get one person in, do a solo deal with them alone. Once they get in and established, then you start putting on your team. That's the way it used to be done back in the day. All right? All this other stuff just adds confusion. So hopefully they get this straightened out. And GLOrilla, like I said, they froze the money as of now. You're looking at the same type of situation with Cardi B. Remember, those funds were put in escrow and frozen. It took a couple of years for Cardi B to get that money after she had to give some to her previous manager. I hope they get this figured out. But looking at the situation, it's a little different with the Cardi B situation because it was frozen because there was a legal dispute. I believe this is being frozen. Actually, GLOrilla's funds are being frozen from her record label. So them contracts, man, you got to read them contracts. Moving on, and R9 is almost here. Rihanna is featured on Jeezy's new album on a track titled Minds, and that is out this Friday. They previously collaborated on a song called Hard. Rihanna also has recorded 2 new songs for the upcoming Black Panther Wakanda Forever soundtrack, and that was from Hits Daily Double. So Rihanna is getting to work. She's going to be on the Jeezy's record, and now the soundtrack for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So Rihanna is gearing up, and R9 is on its way. And like I said, I cannot wait until that drops. Rihanna's going to reclaim her reign, that Rihanna reign. She's about to reclaim that Rihanna reign. We can't say that Rihanna reign just don't stop because it stopped for a long time. But she looks like she's getting ready to reclaim it. Also, will be touring in 2023. So if you go by all the announcements so far, and we're not even in 2023 yet, so far we got Rihanna, Beyonce, and Taylor Swift all announcing 2023 tours. So, that's going to be something special to see. Moving on to P. Diddy, a.k.a. Love. Now, he has yet to come out and say anything publicly about the whole Kanye West Revolt Drink Champs fiasco that ended up blowing up in Drink Champs' face and in Nori's face. And since it has to blow up in Diddy's face because Revolt is the platform that he provided for Kanye West, a.k.a. Ye, to go on and spew his rhetoric that he was getting from Candace Owens. Now, Puffy, we saw him later. He was heading for the studio, but you could tell he did not look good. And this is definitely weighing on him. I do expect a statement from Diddy very soon, on everything that's going on. Because, he allowed Kanye West to get on his platform, and Kanye West pretty much cussed Diddy's ass out. Speaking of Diddy, Caresha is going to be looking at 3 to 5 new television projects coming up in 2023. So her brand is starting to expand. She's going to be on BMF. I believe her character is called Diana. His name is Diana. And this is why it is now taking her longer to produce these Caresha Please episodes. But I think she needs to stay on that Caresha Please and make that the number one priority. Because I know from her, the success of the podcast is opening up other doors for Caresha. And a lot of people, they love, it's kind of like the Cardi B effect. You know, they love the numbers she's putting up. They love her personality. I mean, they love her look, but they love her personality even more. And that personality is very infectious. She put here, she said, I have 3 acting gigs. The first one come out in January. I'm very excited to see how I do. The one in January is BMF. So, you know, Caresha is starting to, you know, see other sides of the business that let's be honest, that she probably would not be able to see if she never met Diddy. So you can see why, if Caresha is so, you know, she's not so fast to cut ties with Diddy. Would you? I wouldn't. This is a young girl from, where's she from, Miami? Or wherever she's from down there in South Florida. And she's on private jets and going into meetings with people she probably never thought she'd meet with. You know, when you start seeing that, and she's got a child too, not so crazy. It's easy to point fingers from the outside looking in. But if Diddy's doing right by her, at least right now, I would stay rocking with Diddy. You know, I wouldn't go into the industry and because they may offer you a big bag. I wouldn't go into the industry because once you get into the industry, they're going to own Caresha Please. Right now, at least if Diddy owns it, but I'd rather deal with, as I just saw this on the website, I'd rather deal with the devil that I know rather than the devil that I don't know.